Yeah, for sure.
Like major homie.
Oh my god, no.
We're like, even if you were to like date, it'd be like, oh, like just like
Chill.
a homie.
You're not recording.
Yeah.
Alright, I won't say that.
Well, it could be. Oh yeah. In terms of like divulging stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, so
Yeah, Laughing Naked number 3, Zachary. What up? Yeah.
let's chill.
Yeah, first guest.
First guest, yeah.
Technically, Jose doesn't count as a guest. He's basically my butt buddy.
No way.
Without the butt stuff. Well, we just like when we get going about movies or something.
Oh yeah, you guys get into it, dude.
Yeah, it's just because like that's all. I mean, I spend most of my time doing that. That's another thing with the weed thing. I'm like, weed makes me just watch movies, and then like I learn a lot while I'm watching. I absorb a lot more than most people would when you like watch anything. But it's still like I could be doing other shit.
No way, dude.
Like this.
Well, what I love about like the stuff that you guys talk about is like you have like such a good like wealth of knowledge about that.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like I'm learning stuff about like, you know, movies and TV shows that I've never even heard of.
Oh yeah, and it can end up you just tangent into other aspects of life. Like if you like analyze a movie as hardcore as I do, you know, in terms of like dissecting it, you can be like, oh, you can place different metaphors and similes into other, you know, aspects of your own life.
Dude, whenever I'm with you, I'm very like self-conscious about like movies that I mention because it's just like you have like such a better understanding of like actors and people that it's just like, whoa, like
well, it's
this goes deeper than I thought.
It's funny, like when you go to the theater, you see those people that sit in the theater until the credits are over, and I'm like, oh, they're reading names. You know, at some point it clicked for me. I was like, I need to know these people's names. And I'm like, oh, I'll remember that after one time of reading now, because whatever reason.
For sure.
Just like people with sports or anything like that. Like there's athletes that you're like, oh, I fucking, you know, I know every player in the Eastern Conference, or I know every player in a certain division of football.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm like,
see,
I don't know. I used to know all that shit, like when Kobe was like popping.
Oh, well, yeah.
Even when Nick
Kobe's
Van
like...
Exel and Magic were popping, I was like, fuck, I knew all that shit. I was so hyped on it.
Well, I almost wore my Lakers hat here, but I was like, I don't want to look like a douche from LA.
Dude, I would have brought out the
first
paintings.
Podcast on.
No, my uncle painted me a Magic Johnson portrait and a Nick Van Exel portrait. They're in my room.
That's sick. Yeah, that's like my my grandfather. Literally, like the second I was able to wear like toddler tees and stuff, just like showered in Kobe stuff. I was like, are you kidding me? Like I look at the pictures and it's like I got like a Lakers tee at number 8. You know,
yeah, like you didn't have a choice of whether to be a Laker fan or not. That's kind of how it happens with sports in terms of like wherever you're from. That's what I think. Like kind of a tangent, but like then like the nationalism of like being like my team. Yeah, I'm like you just were born there, and so you like that team.
Exactly.
It's so funny.
But like, here's the thing. There's definitely people who like the old executive chef at our work. He just like chose the Packers.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
He just chose the Packers.
Yeah,
and then stuck with it ever since like he started. And I was like, all right, I can respect that. But then like, there's the people who like the Golden State Warriors who are like. Yeah. They're from California, man. You just gotta go
all
for
of California.
Yeah.
It's
like, dude,
it's easy
when
when a team represents you. That is so funny. I think somebody's made that joke before. Just like, yeah, Golden State. I'm like, you're from a state. What other team is from a whole entire state?
3 others that are good, too.
Which ones?
So, the Sacramento Kings, the Clippers, and the Lakers.
Oh, I mean in terms of like claiming a whole state but being based in a certain area.
Oh.
Like, oh, we're like, it's like Team Wyoming. You know?
Oh, Jesus.
But like Golden State Warriors.
Oh, my God. No, but that and then college teams, too. USC. I don't know why my whole family...
Did your family go there?
No, no one went there.
Weird.
It was my grandpa, too. He didn't even go to fucking college, either.
Was it the fucking Trojan? Or?
I don't know. It was just, like, good team, like, L.A., families from there. Just go for it, I guess.
Yeah. Did they hate UCLA, too?
Yeah. It was... I was like, this is so weird, but...
Yeah, my dad went to UCLA, and
really?
So like I was raised a Bruin for sure.
Oh, okay. So like
my dad won the Rose Bowl in 1983.
Wait, did he play?
Yeah, he played strong safety for UCLA.
No way.
Yeah.
I would have never known that.
Yeah. 5'11", 5'10", 5'11", just like fucking stocky, you know.
No way.
He coached me in high school a little bit, which is like boom, boom, like to my friends in practice and stuff, or he'd like fuck with me and like. Do this drill where everybody lines up with their backs facing him, and he'd throw the ball and he'd tell be like turn around so you could like a reaction drill. And he'd just dome us, just fucking
like that dodgeball scene where he's like throwing fucking wrenches at everyone in a line.
Yeah. She can dodge a wrench. She can dodge your fucking dad's fucking fastball.
No, so I've been wondering this about you. Were you like a really mellow kid in school? Like growing
good?
up?
Or class clowny?
No. Like never really got into trouble?
I got into trouble in high school. When I started smoking weed, probably. I don't know if that was sophomore or junior year, probably. It was probably sophomore year.
Oh, see, it's the total
No, but I played every sport. Like every sport. I like even when I was 10, 11, I like played basketball, golf, tennis. And then eventually, after I got hurt, I picked up lacrosse just because I just was already fucked up. I didn't know what to play. And I got hurt again, so I stopped playing.
That's like the total reverse for me. Like all of like my younger years, I was just complete asshole. Like literally, I like.
Were you always big?
I was like.
Did you always have like a natural like dominance over people? Like
no. I was never like the bully like person, you know. Like
no, but like physicality plays a part in like the subconscious when you're like, oh, like I'm not as tall as them, or I'm not as fast as the fastest hottest kid in the class.
Yeah, so that definitely went on. That sucked. Like I always had like this like same group of friends, but like this one kid would always pick on me, and it was the shortest kid. Yeah. And I'm like, why? Like, why do you not like me?
But the shortest kid would pick on you, like Danny DeVito,
and I would take it, and I would take it too because like he had more friends than me, so I was like, fuck, like I do not want to be like this kid's like #1 target, even though I was no matter what. So I should have just like laid the hammer down. But like,
what age are we talking?
We're talking like 4th grade, like 5th grade, like those years when kids are savage too. Yeah, they don't give a fuck. They'll tell you if you're ugly. They just like...
Yeah, girls are even more... They finally get... Everybody kind of gets some... That's where your backbone grows in, right around 5th grade. It's like, oh, we're just like kind of all doing our own thing up until this point. And then, so, you know, the egos, like the pre-puberty... Oh, dude. The pre-puberty sets in and you're like, fuck, I'm a fucking man, even though I'm not.
Yeah, but like one thing in school that I always noticed too is like... I hate to say it, but like money always plays a role in like how like popular you are with people, you know? Like I definitely... Like
that's interesting. Well, I think it comes back to this like idea that like hot people and wealthy people breed.
Oh yeah.
In these certain areas, and and they make a certain amount of money, and so like hot parents, you know, breeding hot kids, like go to expensive schools.
Why do you do it in an English accent?
I'm doing it in that accent because there's a show. There's a show, Summer High Tide. Have you seen it?
No. Oh, never you have even to watch heard of it, dude.
Really?
Never heard. Who's in
Chris
it?
Lilley. He's like a 10 times better version than Eddie Murphy in terms of doing multiple characters at once.
Okay.
Like he's done 4 or 5 different shows, meaning like somewhere upwards of 20-something characters, and does them amazing. No way. But his most famous one is called Summer High Tide, and it's about 3 people at a school in Australia. One of them, a 7th grade Tongan kid, another a year 13 girl, and then a drama teacher at the school. But the girl character, she goes on this rant about how she's like, I'm hot, I go to
No.
Because she like, her part in the show is going from a private school to a public school just for a semester, and it's following her. Oh, and so she's super stuck up and thinks she's hot.
Am I hot? Yes.
You know?
And
she goes in this rant where like, oh yeah, wealthy people. It made a lot of sense though, talking about how like, you know, wealthy people, you know, fuck, that are attractive and they make hot kids, you know, making better citizens.
It makes sense.
Yeah. But in high school, you were saying that like, I never even thought about it like that actually.
No, dude, because it was like, okay.
Except for guys. Guys don't really give a fuck. I'd say girls.
No, but like, see, I don't know. My high school was fucked up though, because it's like you have... No, Torrey Pines.
Oh, I didn't. Oh,
I kept thinking you have like this just like population of kids who are trust fund babies, and like the second they get into high school, you know, they're already like flaunting their wealth, and so they automatically
accidentally too, because it's like their parents give them a nice car. They're not going to be like, oh, sure. Fuck you, mom and dad,
dude.
Like a goth kid from South Park.
Shut up, mom.
Oh my god.
The mom brings her cookies. She's like, fuck you, mom.
Yeah, Jesus. No, but so then you have these kids coming to school and like they're lifted Tacomas and like Mercedes and BMWs and all that. And it's no coincidence that these are the same kids having their own little private parties away from everyone else that just like wants to go out and have fun. And like within those parties, you know, they're all hooking up like with whoever's like the most popular, all that. Like doing fucking
Tongue
ketamine
games.
and like
Tongue
a ton of like just like drugs that you would never even think to do when you're that age.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, dude. Like, I heard about Oxycontin when I was a freshman in high school, and I was like, why? Like, I have no...
Oh, you heard about somebody you knew doing it in the same grade?
Yeah. I was like, dude, that is fucking gnarly.
Yeah, it's interesting when people get into that kind of stuff, because you're like, you really want to just suck up something off some foil? I'm like, Jesus Christ, like that's...
Not even that, or they'd get it out of their parents' cabinets, too.
Oh,
and, like, steal it, because their parents,
yeah.
Their parents
that's
were
a little,
abusing it, too.
Yeah, well, that's easy to do. I did it when I came my second surgery on my shoulder. I got super addicted. I was taking like 8 or 9 a day.
Oh, dude, they gave me...
But like the way Bobby Lee talks about it, he's like, yeah, I was taking like 46 a day or something.
Jesus Christ.
He's popping 2 like an hour.
Straight hooking them.
He was, dude.
No, but the...
Freaking fudge cake. Just absorbs the fucking comethazine.
They prescribe way too many, though, too.
Oh, yeah. Refills?
Like,
yeah.
But like... And then there's college athletes, when they get injured.
Yeah.
They just hand out, heavy drugs easy, because it's like, oh, like, coaches want them back on the field and all that. So there's a ton of college athletes that get addicted real quick.
Oh, yeah. And it's like, why can't we just give these kids, like pills, like THC pills?
Oh, yeah.
Like, why not? What's the difference?
Oh, my God. Funny story about
athletes. Pop
and
a fucking sativa and get back in there. Like you hurt your knee.
Did you see D'Angelo Russell, the point guard for the Brooklyn Nets?
No.
He got caught at an airport terminal bringing in weed, right? In New York.
Carmelo Anthony shit.
He was so high when he did it. He takes the nug or whatever he has on it, puts it in a bottle of water with liquid in it.
Wait, not even in plastic?
No, it's wrapped up in plastic.
Yeah.
Puts it in the bottle of water. He's like, oh, they're not going to search this. Dude, that's like the number one thing.
In a plastic see-through water bottle?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Maybe I'm wrong. I just heard it was in a water bottle. But like when I think water bottle, I'm like, okay, it has to be plastic.
Do you think you could get it through with like a bindle? Like one of those?
Dude, if you're not flying private by the time you're an NBA player like that, what are you doing?
Yeah. He's like, I gotta catch the red eye.
Oh my goodness. So, were we going to talk about Hinge today and Tinder and Bumble?
Dude, I love it.
All the fun stuff.
I was trying to think of metaphors for what Hinge is like.
Hinge is like, I think it's like finding that good book,
Yeah.
Because there's more content.
Oh, yeah, and you're like, finally.
To judge the person.
You're like, finally. It's like a great actor's third movie. It's like Tinder was like, it was all
right. Oh, that's
it was all right, and this second Bumble we were all very impressed by. We
Bumble
knew there was something.
Step up.
We knew there was something to this kid.
Oh yeah.
This kid called dating app, and then there's other ones like Plenty of Fish or like like
Plenty of Fish,
like Jewish BJ app or
oh my God.
Although they have a bunch of different apps, and then the fucking filet mignon came out. The Hinge.
You know what I think is crazy is they have. In my area where I live, they have like little signs on the corners of streets where it's like DelmarDating.com.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay,
who's
going on that? Yeah.
They're trying to just get more and more specific and create apps that like cater to like, at some point they're going to have like dogs that want to hook up, like dog fuck app. Or like owners
breeding apps?
Like
breeding apps?
Yeah. Maybe we're creating something right now, a breeding app where like two local, like soccer moms have like, dogs and they're like, "Oh, let's meet up and have our dogs fuck."
Jesus.
That'd be pretty good. You're like, "Oh, I think this dog's really cute. I think we'd make some great puppies together." That's got to be a thing.
Dude, do you think that
it's not digital yet?
So like say you put like a male dog and a female dog together when they're like puppies. Mm-hmm. And you like raise them up together, do you think that their relationship is stronger as if you just like introduced them to each other at a point when they were like looking to mate?
It's definitely that's interesting. It's definitely stronger, but I think humans make sex out to be a lot more serious than it is in the animal kingdom, because the way every other species deals with it, I'm like have you watched Our Planet or Planet Earth?
I've seen clips of.
Have you seen Our Planet yet? No. So there's a segment where there's like this, up in the hills of Mumbai, this sexy-ass female leopard, all she does is hunt men to get fucked by. And so they show these amazing shots of up in these amazingly, like, it looks like Thunder Mountain, but in real life. Like, just amazing hills, and this, fucking black leopard, like, it's just like, and then just gets, like, finds a man, and then he just gives her one pump, and then he's out.
Oh my god!
Like that's how it goes. I'm like, that's the sexiest fucking cat out there. If she's getting one pump, then like these bitches should be happy with fucking lasting for 30 seconds.
Jesus, sounds like the Marilyn Monroe of the Amazon, dude. Just working her way up to the top, creating her big ass family of leopards.
Yeah, the relationship would be stronger, but in terms of like the sex stuff is like, oh, your partner. It's like I think there's a lot of too much. I think a lot of people are getting it now, and those people are being called crazy in terms of being like polygamists or whatever. But I think it's a lot more feasible idea than people make it out to be in terms of like loving multiple people at once. Like I couldn't do it. Like I could only do one-on-one. But in terms of like the way how many people get divorced and like this and that, like people are more animalistic than I am in terms of in that area.
You said it on your last podcast that like people take sex like way too seriously sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and then for some people it's ultra casual.
Yeah.
I think you did.
Yeah.
And then you guys shouted out celibacy.
Oh yeah.
You know? You know, giving it some props, which was a good point. You made a very valid point. Like, if you really love someone, you know, waiting that long, like, that's good.
Yeah, it's powerful. It's just like, it's like shaking a champagne bottle for a really long time. The longer you shake it, you know, the bigger it'll pop. So I'm like, if you are, you know, a religious person, you're with somebody for like 6 years, 16 to 22, you had to get married, like, and you haven't had sex for that long, you're gonna jizz a freaking fountain. It'll be like a 2-minute fountain of jizz.
No, so I was telling my
buddy, she'll want it all over her.
There's this kid, we'll call him, I don't know, Friar Boy for short, because I don't want to put his name out
Friar
there.
Boy.
But
yeah,
like,
he's a ball boy for the Padres.
He was Mormon his entire life, like strict Mormon, family straight out of Utah.
Like masturbation was the devil.
Oh, dude, that's where I'm going with this, man. He was like always like jittery, you know, and I was like, what the fuck is up with Friar Boy? Like, he's always just got this insane amount of energy. Like, everyone would be tired, you know, hanging out, and he's like bouncing off the walls.
Yeah.
Right? And he literally told us one day when we were all hanging out after practice, he was on my rugby team.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, like, I've never jerked off. And I'm like, what? Are you kidding me?
Were you and your friends like talking about
Dude,
jerking
we
off?
were seniors in high school, bro.
No way.
We were talking about like watching porn or something, like Asa Akira or something, like the Asian one.
Like, you've never even seen it with your phone? Like,
yeah, and so like,
did he have a flip phone still?
Oh, dude, I don't remember that far. I think maybe he had a smartphone, but like,
yeah, it wasn't smart enough.
Even then, like, if you're, you know, scrolling through your Instagram feed or something, and you get on that explore page,
you get that butt. You see that butt, you're gonna get a bone.
Like, what is some hooks, dude?
What does he do when he gets bony?
Well, could you imagine?
He probably like finds a crease like in the couch, you know,
dude,
and he's like, this doesn't count. I'm not touching myself.
Oh my goodness, no, that's so true. But we used to make fun of him because he had a girlfriend, and we're like, well, what do you guys do? Like, read Bible scriptures and make out? And he's like, well, yeah. Like, that's actually what goes on, dude.
Yeah. And then you just like lay back and you're just like,
yeah, that would suck, dude. The blue balls after not jerking off your entire life.
Yeah, people try to say blue balls is a myth. I'm like, dude,
no way.
Yeah, I've gotten them.
No way. But so yeah, Hinge, it's cool, but I haven't had as much luck as you have.
I haven't had luck. I was really adamant and very like aggressive with the app when I first was like, I'm gonna fucking go on some dates. And now that I made out and had some sex, I'm like, I'm still just waiting for somebody else.
See, I've yet to actually meet up with someone off of Hinge.
Yeah.
And
you haven't even met up yet? They just fell through? People are still pretty flaky.
Through, you know?
It seemed like the people that were first on Hinge were really like good about like responding, and now people are just like using it like it's another app. It already ran through
that's
like
what
the fucking
sucks is because like
the Matrix ran through it already.
Like, you got it right in the sweet spot, and then I hopped on it right after.
Yeah, there was like a ton of gorgeous chicks, like one after the, and now it's kind of like evening out into everybody. It's interesting to see how apps spread to people like that.
See, like, what I don't understand
because like Tinder is just garbage now. Tinder might as well be chat roulette.
Yeah, it's like, but like so many girls use it as like validation, you know.
Guys, I do. Everybody, that's what people use it for, though. It's like a momentary ego boost. You're like, oh, you're good. You're good looking. You're like, then you walk back to your job or whatever.
Oh my god! But like, okay, how would you personally? So like, say you're on Tinder and you're just, you know, looking for a quick, little something, like a quick little bone.
Yeah, that's where you go. How do you make
your intentions clear though to people that you're like not actually trying to, hang out or something?
Like the seriousness of the app itself. Like Tinder, it's exactly how I described it before. Like Tinder is like the Atlantic City of the apps now. Like
the Atlantic City.
Or Hinge is like Vegas at the fucking Venetian,
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Tinder's like...
What would that make Bumble then? Like LA?
Bumble is like freaking Miami.
Like Miami?
Yeah.
I've never been.
I feel like a lot of Latins would use Bumble. I don't know why, but what's the Latin dating app?
Dude.
Maybe that's where we should be.
Bro, Latin girls are spicy.
That's what I'm saying. They got that fucking that low-key sense of humor, too.
That's my next move, going to like a salsa club.
Dude, I want to go to Miami, honestly.
Oh. I want to go to Miami, and when I think of Miami, I don't even think
No, but anyway,
I
was just saying, Tinder was like the freaking... is like the prostitutes of the dating apps.
For sure.
Where like that's where you go to bone down.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah, Bumble's a little more serious because the girl has to initiate, and then Hinge can really be anything. I think it's made a lot of couples actually.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You get to know them by list how they like respond to questions. Where I'm like, finally, like some like text based attraction as opposed to just being like.
Yeah, like you could tell like a basic ass person aside from like someone who's actually has a little bit of a sense of humor by the way they answer questions. Like the girls who are like, the way to my heart is walking on the beach, doing a picnic.
That's actually said that.
Yeah, I've seen that. And I'm like, oh my god, like you're good looking, but there's not really much there. So swipe left.
Yeah, yeah, that's another good thing. That'd be a good segment to go through people's profiles and like read the fucking most basic like bitch thing you could possibly say.
Well, yeah.
There was a funny one that there's a question on Hinge. They ask when's the last time you cried? And one of the girls was like, when Obama was put in office. I'm like, Jesus Christ, that was long ago. I'm like, that's understandable if it was last month.
Yeah, jeez.
I'm like, Jesus. So that was a swipe left.
So the instant conversation is just gonna be about politics, and then you're like at a complete disagreement. It's like, God.
My rule with politics now is like, if you don't have a good joke at the end of it, like, just shut the fuck up. We've heard it all.
Just stop.
Yeah, just stop. Yeah.
Man, no, but yeah, my buddy tried to talk politics with me the other day, and I'm like, hey, like, we have been raised totally different, and we get along really well. I would prefer not to do this because I understand that we probably have different viewpoints.
Yeah, it's good to exercise it every now and then. I just feel like it's always just a circle.
Oh yeah, like
it's just like arguing to see who can prove how much knowledge they've acquired elsewhere.
You know what I just thought of?
It's like, well, like nobody's ever gonna win that argument.
Back to the Hinge thing.
Yeah,
I think dependent on where you are, the app probably produces like better, dates and stuff like that. So like I feel like Hinge in New York is probably pretty dope because there's such a diversity of people and there's so many in such a small radius that like you don't know who you're gonna come across next.
Yeah, I'd say I don't know, but there's almost too many people. It's like, fuck, how do you find them really?
Or how do you?
We're honestly in the best area in terms of like LA. Like most of the nugs are in LA. I've noticed on the.
I've seen Orange County, LA.
Yeah, Venice or like they're out there because they look how they do.
Where it's like all like, that whole thing, dude. LA. What's your opinion on LA?
I don't know, man. It's kind of a beast. I'd be down to like live there. Like if everything was in walking distance, like if everything was in a few miles, I'd love to live there. But if I was living on the outskirts, I probably wouldn't like it as much. Because like either I want to be in the heart of the crazies and see the weirdos, and be just go to the zoo, fucking experience it, or like I definitely wouldn't want to drive.
Oh,
like
man.
the only way I'd move there is if I had like a fucking scooter or something.
Well. Dude,
a razor scooter. I just pull up to the donut shop and just like chuck it on the ground and like, get some fucking donuts. I'd turn into a caricature there. Not even a caricature. Caricature.
I just think like the city itself is cool, but like it's a dirty place, dude.
Oh yeah,
it's a dirty place.
But it's just like anywhere, kind of like San Francisco. People like to talk shit on San Francisco on podcasts and stuff, and I'm like. Yeah, certain areas suck dick, but honestly, it's the most fun place to be if you're an adult.
Oh, yeah.
They get such a bad rap. It's so funny. I always tell it's a marvelous thing going to San Francisco if you like take the BART from the airport to the Mission.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You walk up the stairs and somebody's like shitting on the sidewalk, and like fucking there's the guys trying to fight like bees and flies, and then you walk 3 blocks and it's Dolores Park, the most gorgeous thing you've ever seen.
That's San Francisco is the only spot where I've had homeless people like approach me and be like aggressive too.
In the Tenderloin, where you like downtown,
just
and
just
it could happen anywhere. Yeah, it can happen anywhere.
Like, oh, man, I watched this one.
That's
guy.
what I like though. I'm like, fucking.
Yeah, it is
exciting,
cool, but like, it's also kind of a problem because they're aggressive. You know, you don't want to catch hepatitis just walking by and some dude gives you a little smack across the face and all of a sudden you got it on your mouth. You don't know what's gonna happen from there.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing how many. It's amazing and not amazing how many homeless people there are.
Oh yeah, it's like
I get why there's so many. And people are like, why are there so many homeless? I'm like, because there's a lot of unfit parents out there, and anybody can fucking have kids. And when like I'd say like at least 40 to 50% of parents shouldn't be parents when they are parents. Mm-hmm. Meaning that like so many people grow up without any literally any discipline, and so they end up there's obviously those that fall into schizophrenia and but like people that have schizophrenia, they're not going to just be on the street. Like if they have an actual medical issue, people are going to help them out. But it's another thing if you were just parentless. It's really hard to just make it anywhere if you're parentless. Like how are you supposed to know what the fuck to do,
dude? Okay,
that's why you do all the drugs. I
just thought of a really interesting parallel. So like how like parentless, creates something like that. Yeah. But then you have those like over controlling parents that rule every aspect of your life growing up. Yeah. And then they, their kids get cut loose, and then those are the kids that become like total fuck ups. Yeah. Under their parents' roofs, Yeah. Like they go off to college, fail out.
Yeah, that's a different kind of fuck up. That's that's like too much nurture.
So like you think that like those same kids that were just like iron fist growing up would be like homeless if they had no parents?
Well, it's just different. It's like
yeah, it is totally different.
It's like if a lot of these parents that shouldn't be parents had like one night stands or whatever, so we're like they would probably be better friends with you than parents. Where like parents that are overbearing, they're amazing parents for your first 7 years. Like if they showed you a ton of attention. Yeah. But like if you're really wealthy, I mean, eventually that you can be over nurtured to where you have a moment and then girls that haven't had alcohol or sex until college and they go and are alone, they don't have any kind of like discipline, and so then they just go nuts.
Nightmare.
Yes, squatting on dicks.
Jesus. Can you solo it out? I gotta pee so bad, dude. Coffee's hitting me.
I'll do my icy hot ad now.
Oh, I've been waiting for this one.
I don't worry, I'll put anything on you. I can't find it though. This might be the commercial itself. Me looking for it.
Perfect. Where is it when you're in need?
Well, the cap's broken. It falls off all day. I can take a break for our best sponsor, our only sponsor, Icy Hot. Still the same can. I'm on my first can. But we really don't need to use that much. Sometimes I like to put a little bit under my nose. If I've had a long night, it really just keeps your eyes awake and keeps you fresh.
Right. That's smoother.
Just apply a little bit to the mustache. You're set for hours.
Oh, so like crazy how like
that'd be cool about doing You could do like. How do you feel about reaction videos?
Oh, dude, I was watching one last night. No, it was.
I mean, this could be one big reaction video technically because the TV's right here.
Dude, that would be awesome.
But like, I don't know how I feel about reaction videos.
So like, would you want to do it if you were to react to something? Would you? So obviously,
I'd be doing this.
The spectrum. But like, I love those reaction videos where, say, the one I watched last night was great. Yeah. It's like 2 black dudes, totally chill, and they're reacting to Logic's new song with Eminem, Homicide. But like, they're not only reacting, but like they're bringing charisma to the video and all that. But then they're stopping to like go over lyrics that you may have missed that went over your head. Like there was like one line by Eminem where he's like hitting home runs like A-Rod leave you slumped in your seat or something like that. And when you first hear it, you're like, leave you slumped in your seat. And then they explained it that like when A-Rod hits a home run, you're just like, fuck, like really, like
oh yeah,
he just did it again.
I told the whole verse with just in a couple of words.
Yeah. And so it's like that's the type of stuff that I love. Like when you watch something and, you know, at your first glance or first listen or whatever, you miss so much. But then you can go and watch these videos.
Especially because when they're rapping so fast. Like, I get the fast thing and, like, it's thing, but, like, I honestly want to hear Eminem, like, go back to, like, roots, like, at some point. And just do, like, you know, just do, like,
you want to hit the drill?
Yeah, what's the term? Not drum and bass. Boom bap. Like, go to boom bap beats, like old school beats, and just go bar on bar on bar on bar. You listen to like Infinity. I'll play Infinity because most people haven't heard or Infinite.
Hey yo, my pen and paper cause a chain reaction to get your brain relaxing. A zaniac, the maniac in action, a brainiac in fact, son. You mainly lack attraction. You look insanely whack when just a fraction of my tracks run.
First album. Have you heard it?
Yeah, I've heard it. Could you name a couple songs off of it though?
Low Down and Dirty, Infinite, 740. No, not that many.
Not that many?
No.
See, I
haven't listened to it in a long time, but I listen to Infinite pretty often because it's lyrically just acrobatics after acrobatics.
It's just great. I mean, yeah. So that's my opinion on reaction videos. Done well, they're great. You know, done well, they're great. And then I love the react.
It just seems so bitch watching something somebody else made, and then like being like, "Is that?" Or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like also, I don't like the reaction videos where it's like people critiquing it, you know, because it's like, who are you? You're not even the one that has produced any content. Like, you don't know like the ins and outs, the difficulty of it, like.
Difficulty, yeah. It's just like it seems like it seems bitch. Like you just have to, you kind of have to get over it if you want to do it. Because like now there's like reaction to reaction videos and reaction. There's this inception going on, you know.
Oh yeah.
Somebody's eventually gonna make something that's like reaction to reaction to reaction to reaction videos, and it's just gonna be like that scene in The Matrix where there's all TVs.
That's like the you know what Cinema Sins is, right? Where they break down movies and then, like tally up the amount of times that like the movie will do something stupid or they're called out like that.
The boofs or the mess ups.
So I found this guy that counters Cinema Sins. Mm-hmm. So it's like you're watching a video of a guy breaking down the second video. Countering it.
Like being like, "Yo, you were wrong because of this."
Yeah, exactly.
So now instead of in the comment section, people are making full length videos of their comments.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, that'd be hilarious.
It just gets too much. That's like too much.
That'd be a hilarious comedy, just not a bit, but like a skit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That'd be a good SNL skit, honestly, or like a digital short.
Oh my god.
Do you watch SNL still?
No, not at all.
I watched Adam Sandler because Adam Sandler finally did it on Saturday.
Did he really?
Yeah, it was really good.
I'll probably check that one out. A couple clips. But the last one I watched was the one with Chance the Rapper because
that was a while ago too. Huh?
Yeah, this kid that was staying with me last year was a writer for SNL.
Oh no way!
And he wrote the hockey skit.
Oh no way!
Where he's like, hey, do that hockey.
Very cold all around here. No, I'm just playing. I'm having fun here at the hockey game. Lots of fun hockey going on.
Yeah. That's crazy. How did he get a job through them?
You know, he started off at art school in Arizona, and then someone was like, "Hey, you're really good at this. Like, you should go try it out at this school." So he transferred schools, and then at that school, his mentor had connections in New York. Yeah. So he went and met up with some of the writers, pitched them a couple ideas, and then you know he just got a lucky break almost where it was a mix of like his hard work and then people recognizing that at the right time. Yeah. And so then he ended up, you know, writing and being on like a board up there.
Yeah,
which is sick.
That's really how you do it. You just keep working at it through the system.
Oh no, I fucked that up. So he had a mentor that knew people, but then he was also doing stand up.
Yeah. Oh really?
In New York and then someone saw him.
Yeah.
And I think it was Adam Sandler's guy actually.
Oh really?
That saw him.
Happy Madison or whatever the production company is?
Yeah, one of the managers.
Yeah, that's. But anyways, in terms of SNL, like once they had Stormy Daniels on.
They did. I didn't even know
last season. I said peace. I was like, wait a second.
They're just trying to capitalize on. They're trying to they can.
Yeah, and it's like, is she funny? Like,
oh no, no way.
Like, is she do anything other than? I'm like, you're gonna bring a lot of numbers because people want to see her. But that's like some Kanye. It's like some Kanye doing a song with Pump or Kanye doing a song with Tekashi shit. You're like, I love you, and I know you're. I don't understand the idea of clout chasing when you're already so famous. But it's probably just in his mind. It's probably just how he is. He wants to be competitive in the market. Yeah. Aside from art, like he still wants to be the biggest hit maker.
Do you know Sheck West got his start being a model for the Yeezy tour?
So he got a start? Did he? He was already doing music.
I'm pretty sure he was a model for the Yeezy tour before he started his music.
He's had to already have done music. You're saying he made those songs just out of nowhere?
I mean,
there's no way.
I think
even Lil Yachty was making shit before he got popping.
Yeah, but like, dude, you have to be like a special talent scout or whatever to look at Lil Yachty and probably early Lil Yachty and be like, oh, this guy's gonna go somewhere, because I swear to God,
because people will just get clout from their YouTube following, and he had extremely unique eye candy to his. He almost had this like accidental cartoon, like vibe to his whole everything. He only ate pizza. He always had the same look. He had that boat. Yeah. He had that boat thing. Like he's literally like a cartoon character.
The fact that he only eats pizza. What do you think his anus feels like? Yeah, it's like, oh my God.
Yeah,
dude.
He shoots out angel hair shits.
Dude, oh my God.
But like, it's funny. The more I talk about him, the more I see like interviews with him. He's really fucking cool. Like he's really chill.
The way that his demeanor is like really like
the way he holds himself on what was the show with Joe Budden?
Everyday Hustle. You who's well spoken and articulates himself well,
my nigga. Chill.
Yeah. He's like, what are you so mad about? He's like, why are you forcing me to know the culture? I'm like, why does it matter?
Yeah. He's just
like, you're in hip hop. You shouldn't like. Why should? That's how I'm like. At the end of the day, like, why should anybody give a fuck about anybody else's music?
But that's the argument: is the accountability that you gain when you become larger.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have to account for something in your psyche. Obviously, he has respect, but it doesn't mean he has to like who's your favorite music, and he says Coldplay or something, and people are like, fuck that guy, because that's not hip hop. Like
Yeah, but like, so when I think of that, I think of like their whole interaction. I think of like J. Cole in like 1985.
I hear your music and I know that raps change. A bunch of folks will say that that's a bad thing, cause everything's commercial when it's pop now.
Where he's like kind of dissing like younger rappers, but at the same time it's like these kids aren't really in it to be profound. There's a difference. Like you can find profound young artists that are like rapping about relevant things, and then you find the same people who are just out there trying to make party music, like have fun music, and that's where I think the disconnect is like so many people like
get butthurt by the fun music.
Yeah, they take it way too literally.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's not the point of it in the first place, because there's no fucking way Lil Pump or like whoever it is doing half the shit they say in their songs. Like
no, Lil Pump looks like if a big enough gust of wind hit him, he'd fucking snap.
Oh my God, he's only like what is he, 17 now?
Yeah, who knows? Like, right? He could be fucking 33 too.
Well, dude,
like Kid Boo.
Danielle Bregoli is only 15.
Did you say the hoes are laughing?
Yep.
So the audience are a bunch of hoes.
Cash Me Outside, bitch.
Oh, that girl?
That girl.
Yeah, she's got bars, more bars than I thought she did. I do not hate her.
But dude, she's 15 years old.
Oh, I know.
You would never know.
And she's like always talking to the no jumper guys and shit. It's so weird.
Oh,
but in terms of what you said about like, I think once rappers to get to an empathetic point in their career, like in their 30s usually, that's when that starts. Like they start being like, wanting to educate as opposed to being mad and diss. Like people like J. Cole, and I think like Joey Badass has a bright future, and like people that are like conscious rappers that exist in the mainstream, they're going to be the mentors for everybody coming up. And so even if these Lil Yachty's and people don't like the music, they'll have a better understanding of why they're able to make money at all. I think that's what it comes to. That's why old heads get mad too. They're like, you need to show respect to how you're making money, because like it wouldn't exist if it wasn't for so and so and so and so. But fuck all that. All the OGs don't complain about like that kind of shit, like Run DMC. All that.
You don't hear like Dr. Dre like calling out like fucking. Especially when he's probably signed like a bunch of people who, if you took it literally, portray like a really bad image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he was, like, the first big name I remember him picking up was Anderson .Paak. Like, lately,
Oh, but he's sick.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, he freaking... Dr. Dre mastered his both of his most recent albums.
I got put onto him with that song "Dang" with Mac Miller.
Oh yeah.
And ever since that, like
we'll
that whole genre has just been like really popping. You know, like that almost disco funk, like hip hop mix, where like you can dance to it, but then you can like kind of tell a story over it, which is like fun to listen to.
Do you know who Jungle is?
Jungle? No, I never heard of Jungle.
Play a Jungle video.
All right.
But I was just thinking because you said Mac Miller. Mac Miller, a mix between Mac Miller and Jungle would be amazing. All their Jungle videos are like dance choreography. Like every single one is like almost one shot. Or
see, like like I get kind of an internet vibe when you look at the cover of the video.
This is the choreography in these videos is just absolutely next level.
Oh, this is dope, dude.
So all their videos are like one shots, locations, just like really good dancers, like basically showing. That's another aspect of music that people don't give enough credit for in terms of like danceability. I'm like, oh, it's 50% of it. Like if you're going to a concert or going to a club, and you're saying, oh, the music's shallow, this and that, I'm like, it's still making people dance. So like,
holy shit.
Yeah.
Did you see that movie?
It's like that, dude. He's like half lemur.
No, so like his outfit, I dig it, and it's like totally something you would see someone wear to like a Colors video. You know?
Oh yeah, totally.
Which is dope.
Well, you know how artistic this band is. If like they don't even put themselves on camera, they're only giving dancers a platform on there in every video.
That's really dope.
You really have to go to the concert to see how they look, and they're usually in such unison. There's like 5 or 6 vocalists, and it's fucking awesome.
This is sick.
But yeah, I was thinking if you mixed a Mac Miller verse over this, it would be fucking really good.
Oh my god, you're so right. Because it kind of has that like
disco funk thing you're talking about. Is that the Divine Feminine that mostly sounds like that? Right?
When I hear stuff like this, I can like hear it going like, you either stick solely to what they're doing, or like you can put a little spin on it.
Yeah.
A little hip hop, you know?
Oh yeah. Yeah, the guy's so
this
baller.
guy's a great dancer too.
Yeah. He could fuck you with his clothes on.
Oh, I love the way
I've
the
always gotten
camera's
so
moving.
because like I'm freaking dance like fuck. I dance like this at freaking festivals and shit. I go hard.
Oh, dude, well,
Definitely
what's the
if I'm
point?
on a couple of goomers, I'll be freaking hovering above the ground.
If you're going to a festival and you're not dancing, you're just kind of doing that classic like stand around like
I go nuts.
head nod, just like
I'll freaking get put in the friend zone just to dance hard.
Bro, but that's how you know you have like a really cool girl.
Yeah.
If
Oh
you
yeah,
just
she's down
fucking
for it.
dance
Like an
hard and
idiot.
she's down for it
yeah.
like an idiot, and like you guys are just laughing about it. That's the best.
The idea of this is to like say if we could have people around at the same time,
hanging out in the background and we're just doing it. You know
exactly. Once I have good mics, because they would be getting drowned out if I did it with this. But yeah, just like a place that you know that you want to chill in, kind of like what makes Seinfeld or The Office so special is because you know the location, they feel like your friends, they feel like somebody you know, and you want to return to that place. There's a lot of like the new generation of so many shows, like not very many are like set. The best shows aren't on sets anymore. The best shows
that is
are
so true.
Real.
That's so true.
Back in the day, that's all there was. Like Seinfeld is my favorite show fucking ever.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I would not have pinned that to you. No way.
Yeah, I can't even watch it anymore because I've watched it too much.
Oh my god, I would not have guessed that about you.
Really? You've had to. I was wearing my Seinfeld socks last night.
Oh, I didn't. I just, man, that's crazy. I don't know. I just wouldn't have pinned you for that for some reason.
Just the characters are great. It's this epic. It's the every friend group of like Jerry Seinfeld's like almost the most boring one, and then the side characters are so good they make him funnier. It's like George Costanza is the best character in any fucking comedy shit ever. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Worlds are colliding. George is getting upset.
He's the best. He's the most upset, like little man syndrome. Fucking
it's
so
the perfect
funny.
arc.
And then
for that.
Elaine, hot and funny, like so fucking cute.
I want to slide my tongue around you like a snake.
And then Kramer, of course, the best physical comedian ever.
when I watch comedies like that, like shows, I always find myself invested more in the relationships, like love life of the characters themselves, than the show. Actually, sometimes you're like, oh, I want to see so and so get together, you know?
Yeah.
Like the whole time, I want to see Elaine and Jerry get together. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen the show all the way through, but I've seen a ton of episodes. So
yeah.
Do they?
No, they don't. Like
they don't ever date?
This is what happens in the final episode. The final episode got a lot of people pissed off because they thought it was flimsy, but it was kind of was. But what are you supposed to do with a comedy show? They're all on a plane going to like Massachusetts or something, and then like they have to make an emergency landing because there's crazy turbulence. They think they're going down.
Is this how it ends? It can't! It can't end like this! Oh, I'm running! Glory, hallelujah!
And Elaine like works up the courage to say she loves Jerry. She's like, Jerry, you know, like I've wanted to tell you this for so long, and then the plane evens out like right as she's, and so she never gets it out, and then they end up like witnessing somebody getting robbed.
Give me your wallet, don't you?
Well, there goes the money for the lipo.
And because of the new Samaritan Act law, where you have to report, there's a law that if you see something going down, you have to report it. And so they're the first victims of this law, so all four of them get put in jail and they go to court. It's kind of stupid. Okay. It's like funny that when you talk about it, but like it's pretty weak.
Is that like still a standing law? Is that like an
Samaritan Act
thing?
law? I think it is.
Really?
Let's see. Isn't that funny? Like, if you witness something and don't help, like, you can be liable?
I witness shit all the time.
A good Samaritan in legal terms refers to someone who renders aid in an emergency to an injured person on a voluntary... Yeah. So it's you see somebody, like, if you're, like, on a hike, and you see some fucking...
You see someone get, like, mugged.
See some Johnson, or, like, or his leg's broken. Like, you're just like, peace. Yeah. And then later, if that guy gets out of there, you can be like, fuck this guy. I know what he looks like.
Yeah, I don't get how they, so they like, said that The Sopranos was, like, the precursor, like, foundation to, like, shows like Game of Thrones.
In what sense, though?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was thinking.
Where did you hear that?
It was in another article.
Maybe in terms of, like, culturally, like, massive. Maybe. Yeah. Because it's like, that makes sense. Sopranos, it was, like, Sopranos, and then... In terms of, like, HBO stuff, because, like, I don't know, like, cable shows like Seinfeld, stuff like that was, like, pretty poppin' for a long, long time. Yeah. And then once Breaking Bad came out, it kind of changed the game. And then Breaking Bad, and then Walking Dead, and then AMC.
That's what they referenced.
Then FX came in and did, like, Nip Tuck, which is really, like...
And Sons of Anarchy.
And Sons of Anarchy,
Sons of Anarchy was good, but
Louis is one of the best shows ever.
Louis is good?
You never watched it?
It's with Louis C.K.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it about Louis C.K. or is it like no?
Yeah, it's him writing and directing just episodes about life in New York. It's fucking it's one of the best shows.
Really?
Ever. Oh yeah.
Did you ever watch It's Always Sunny?
Yeah. I've ran through all those episodes so many times.
Oh man, I used to watch that show a lot. That was a good one. When I really got into it, it was really funny. But it's kind of one of those shows that I just like fell out of love with. You know?
Which one?
It's Always Sunny in
Philadelphia. Oh yeah. No, you just have to come back to it later. It honestly is crazy smart in terms of how many words they fit in per episode. Like, the dialogue is so word heavy.
Pepe's mail's getting sent back to me. Pepe Sylvia. Pepe Sylvia. I look in the mail. Well, this whole box is Pepe Sylvia.
Like, it's so, like, everybody has so much to say. Like, it's pretty mind-boggling. That Rob McElnerry or whoever is amazing.
Well,
his first screenplay he ever wrote got made into a movie.
Really?
Yeah.
What I think is hilarious,
just like Nick Swartzen did for Grandma's Boy. Like, he rewrote Grandma's Boy, and he wrote that when he was like,
jeez.
Yeah. Should we close this out? Cut it up?
I'm down.
Probably. What are we at right now?
It's a good length.
Over an hour.
Really? So it goes by fast, huh?
All right. Closing out. I don't know what we're gonna call this one. We'll probably just title it Your Name.
Really?
Yeah. Give us a fake laugh. Ha ha. Ha.